Good morning. I'm Wendy Pickett. I'm a member of the Worship Committee and the Leadership Development Committee. It is not by chance that you have arrived here today. You have been looking for something larger than yourself. Inside of you, there is a yearning, a calling, a hope for more, a desire for a place of belonging and caring. Through your struggles, someone nurtured you into being, instilling a belief in a shared purpose, a common yet precious resource that belongs to all of us when we share. And so you began seeking a beloved community, a people that does not put fences around love, a community that holds its arms open to possibilities of love, a heart home to nourish your soul and share your gifts. Welcome home. Welcome to worship.
As I get ready to share the gathering music with you today, I want to give just a moment of background. This is a drumming song from Nigeria. It's usually accompanied by a dance that in Liberia and Nigeria, it's meant to be a welcoming song. This is the song that people play when they want to say, hello, peace be on you, and then let it be so, let it be so. So I've made it a short snippet since not everyone has the appetite for drumming music that I do. So just a couple of minutes of this. I hope you enjoy it. So good morning. My name is Karma, and I am honored to serve as the minister of the Unitarian Universalists of Central Delaware. We welcome you, even as this song said, we welcome you. We pray peace is upon you. We welcome all of who you are to this worship service. We're so glad that you're here. We continue to be grateful for the technology that has allowed us to continue meeting during these times of social and physical distancing. Thank you, as always, for your patience and your grace when we have technical glitches or delays. Consider them, if you will, invitations to take a deep breath. Today, we are celebrating our annual service of In-Gathering, the official beginning of our church year, and also water communion. We'll talk more about that. We also have the pleasure of receiving some new members this morning. We're grateful that you're with us for this service of worship. In addition to our worship each Sunday at 10, we meet on Tuesday nights at 7 for a more informal time of check-in and sharing. Please consider joining us for that gathering. And for all of our connections, we encourage you to invite a friend to join you and to get to know our UUCD community. There is certainly room in our hearts and in our space for more people who are searching for a liberal, diverse, non-judgmental, justice-oriented, and uplifting spiritual community. So now I invite you to take a deep breath in your own space and listen to these sincere words of welcome. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you've been, whatever you've done, whatever your religious beliefs are or aren't, and wherever you physically are on the planet right now, you are welcome in the spiritual community. However you move in the world, how much or how little is in your bank account or your wallet, and however you're feeling in these moments, you and all of who you are welcome in this spiritual community. We are all enhanced by being together.
The flame of our chalice this morning is a symbol of the warmth and brightness of our connections. The flame lights our way back together again from our separate summer lives, and it lights our way forward into this new church year of promise and renewal. Please join me for our unison affirmation. The words should be in the chat box. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come. Come, come, whoever you are, condemned, worshipper, lover of leaving, ours is no caravan of disbelieving, ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again,
Our story for all ages this morning is a book on a story about belonging that we wanted to play, especially because this is Sunday when we celebrate what it means to be community, to come together in community, and to be members of community. So if you've got kids, bring them near, but this is a story for all of us.
Hi, my name is Kevin Carroll, and I'm the author of a kid's book about belonging. Hey you, yes you, the one reading this book. Have you ever felt like you don't belong? Like you don't fit in, or that other people don't get you? Well, this is a kid's book about belonging. I'm going to tell you what it means to belong, and what it feels like when you don't. Okay, so this is you. I know, it's just a circle and probably doesn't look like you at all. Just go with me here. You probably belong somewhere, right? A place or a group or activity where you feel at home. Like a school, team, family, neighborhood, playground, band, or just planet Earth. But what does it actually mean to belong? Belonging is when you are a part of something, when you feel included. It also means you feel safe. Like when you're asleep in bed or when you're eating your favorite food. Belonging is quite simply cool, good, and wonderful. But sometimes it feels like you just don't belong, like others don't want you around, like you want to be anywhere else, like you're not safe, like you can't be you. Have you ever felt like that? It's not cool or good or wonderful, right? It can feel lonely, painful, unsafe, scary, and sad. Sometimes it looks like not getting picked to play on the team, and sometimes it's getting left out. Other times you're invited, but you don't feel comfortable. You might even think that you need to pretend you're somebody you're not just to belong, or that you need to wear a mask to fit in. That way, maybe you'll belong, right? Honestly, that would just make things worse. Trust me, because belonging is connection, support, comfort, and safety. So what should you, yes you, do when you feel like you don't belong? I'm glad you asked. Remember that you must belong to yourself first. I know, you're wondering what in the world that means. It means you must love yourself, accept yourself, like yourself, appreciate yourself, care for yourself, and support yourself. Because belonging starts with you. When you belong to yourself, just as you are, with no faking or pretending, you'll always belong, no matter where you are. It makes it okay when you don't fit in, because you know that you don't have to. And when you do fit in, you know it's because you're being you. So first, belong to yourself. And second, find those people, places, and groups that you can belong to just by being you. That's it.
So as I said, we have the privilege this morning of taking in new members. And this is something we have not done on Zoom before. And so we're going to muddle our way through it. And you may want to switch your view to gallery. You can do that in the top right-hand corner so that you can see everybody's face. And those of you who are going to participate in this rite of membership, if you would just unmute yourself, and we'll all stay unmuted, and I'm going to trust the universe is going to align with our best intentions so that we won't have too much trouble. And we'll go ahead and get started with this rite of membership that I'm very excited about.
Today, we have the joyful experience of welcoming new members into our community. By becoming members, individuals willingly choose to invest themselves in mutual relationship with this particular congregation of Unitarian Universalists. It is, in that sense, taking our relationship to the next level. It is a statement, it is a commitment, and it is indeed something we want to celebrate.
Today, we are welcoming Pat McElway, Mary Ellen Hodgkiss, and Ricky Shehorn.
These are people who have spent some time with us, including time in a membership class, learning more about the UUA generally and UUCD in particular. These are people who have chosen, like many before them, to become part of this congregation by signing our membership book.
Pat and Mary Ellen and Ricky, we are so glad to have you with us and that you've chosen this particular community of fellow seekers to travel with you on your life journeys. I'm going to ask you some questions, and if you would just in your own environment say yes at the end of those questions, that would be great. In fact, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You can just answer once at the end. But, pay attention to the questions. Will you accept our gifts of fellowship, discovery, and service? Will you offer us your unique presence, perspectives, and gifts? Will you add your name to the long history of Unitarian Universalists who aspire to spread hope with our living faith? Will you engage with us as we seek to grow spiritually, to create a beloved community, and to work for real love and justice in our world? If so, please say, we will.
We will.
Great, I heard one of you. Want to try it again?
We will.
No.
Excellent. Now I'm going to ask the congregation some questions, and I didn't ask you to unmute yourself, but it might be much better if you would. So another couple of questions, and then you can say we will together. Congregation of UUCD, will you welcome these new members with the warmth and comfort of your fellowship? Will you receive their unique gifts, talents, and perspectives, knowing they will strengthen and enrich us? Will you continue to share our triumphs and our struggles as our community grows and changes? If so, please say, we will.
We will.
We will.
Excellent. You can all mute yourselves now. This is generally the place in our worship, in the Rite of Membership, where our new members formalize their commitment to the Unitarian Universalists of Central Delaware by signing their names to the membership book that has been signed by all of the others who have likewise chosen to be part of this fellowship as members. And so in lieu of that, we are presenting this brief video as our virtual equivalent to signing the book, and the actual book will be signed when we gather together in person again. And so I invite you to watch this video.
Hi, I'm Pat, and I'm very happy to be joining this community.
Hi everyone at UUCD. I'm here to sign for the membership book with done virtually. Thank you everyone for making me feel welcomed, and loved, and encouraged at our UU church. I feel like I finally found a church that I belong to. And it aligns with my beliefs, the spiritual journey that I'm on, and like I've said to some people there, I feel like I've always been seeking for the truth. I'm happy to be joining UUCD as a member, and here I am signing. Until I can sign the real membership book.
It is my pleasure to sign the book and become a member of UUCD.
Because we are celebrating in-gathering and water communion this morning, which includes a time of personal sharing, we'll be handling our standard joys and concerns a little differently than usual. In the next few minutes, we invite all of you to type into the chat window any special joys or concerns on your heart. And we encourage you to continue to share those with one another during our virtual coffee hour. We'll share these pieces of our lives in silence, holding them as sacred in our collective hearts. You can write them, as I said, in the chat window, and you can continue through as we do the offering as well, and the offertory music, to put in your joys and concerns. A central part of our worship, in person and online, is the opportunity we all have to practice the art of generosity. Our gifts to UUCD are what allows our congregation to thrive with a common vision to nurture our spirits, build community, and change the world. We are grateful to you for the many ways you support our community, including your financial pledges and offerings. Your gifts truly translate into lives changed. Every part of our ministry, from the worship that grounds us in our values, to the community gatherings that connect us, to our children's education, our social justice outreach and action, all are supported by your gifts. We are entering this new church year with gratitude for the ways we have stayed connected in the past year, enthusiasm for new opportunities to live out our mission, and great hope that we will find innovative ways to work and worship together in the coming year. Your giving makes all these things possible. For those of you making pledges or who want to contribute to the community, you may continue to write checks and mail them to us, or you can give online. There are instructions for both on our website at uucd.org. Just click Support UUCD on our menu bar. You can do that now during the offering song or any time that's convenient.
Wherever life would call me. Trough, a poem by Judy Brown, and the sea accepts all rivers. There is a trough in waves, a low spot where horizon disappears, and only sky and water are our company. And there we lose our way unless we rest, knowing the wave will bring us to its crest again. There we may drown if we let fear hold us within its grip and shake us side to side and leave us flailing, torn, disoriented. But if we rest there in the trough, a silent being with the low part of the wave, keeping our energy and noticing the shape of things, the flow, then time alone will bring us to another place where we can see horizon, see the land again, regain our sense of where we are.
Water communion is a central ritual in Unitarian Universalism, celebrated in many different ways. It generally includes members bringing some water that actually is or symbolically represents water that was part of their summer experience. Those waters are then poured together to ritualize what is always true, that our lives as people who share this planet flow together in a mystery that sustains us all. Just because we cannot physically be together and pour the waters that have moved us this year into a common vessel does not mean that we cannot mystically do so. So we've asked each of you to bring some water with you to your own space today. You may have a pitcher, a water bottle, a fountain, or just a glass of water from your tap. Water is all around us and in us, as more than 60% of our bodies is made up of water. Our communion with one another, our interdependence and relational connection, symbolized today by water, is always the case. And so we simply call it to mind today. What we'd like to do now is to have you share with one another from your hearts a little bit about your journey through the last few months, as symbolized by water, perhaps. I would suggest again that you switch to gallery view so that you can see one another, and we'll invite you to share as you feel led. You can watch the mute symbols on the lower left of each video screen to see if others are unmuted, and it's best if we share one at a time. So as you feel led, tell us what water stories, what life stories would you like to share with this beloved community today? Okay, well, I'm going to pour the water that I have here into a bowl and offer this blessing as we conclude this part of our worship today. We bless these waters now, those that we've traveled near, watched in awe, been comforted by in the midst of trials. We bless the waters of life that sustain us, that come to us as tears, expressing our pain, our grief, and our laughter. Waters that connect us with people all around the world who share our passion for living, our love for friends and family, and the ebb and flow of our commitments to making this world a little better for everyone else. Waters from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Waters raining down from the skies, bubbling up from springs, rushing through river gorges, trickling around obstacles, and slowly shaping mighty caverns. We give thanks for your refreshment and your blessing upon our lives. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be. And our closing song today, I invite you to sing loudly in your own environment, the song Wade in the Water.
In the water.
and cold.
What's gonna trouble the water?
It chills the body but not the soul.
What's gonna trouble the water?
You've got to wait.
In the water. In the water.
Oh, wait.
In the water.
Oh, wait.
In the water.
That's gonna trouble.
Gonna trouble the water.
Now Jordan's water is deep and wide.
What's gonna trouble the water?
Meet my mother on the other side.
What's gonna trouble the water?
You've got to wait.
In the water.
Oh, wait.
In the water.
That's gonna trouble.
Gonna trouble the water.
If you get there before I do,
God's gonna trouble the water.
tell all my friends I'm coming too.
God's gonna trouble the water.
You've got to wait.
In the water.
Oh, wait.
In the water. Children,
Wait in the water.
God's gonna trouble the water.
In the water. Oh, wait.
In the water.
I've got to wait.
In the water.
It's gonna trouble.
Gonna trouble the water.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we're together again.
The closing words are by Joel Miller. Let our lives be a prayer that waters dry souls, mends broken hearts, refuses to be terrorized, seeks this world's beauty, and carries us through its storms.